From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A gain of 9.
Well, Parker, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. First run now for Kyren Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. First carry now for David Montgomery. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Here we go. Tony.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. In motion left is Higgins. Now Stroud. Montgomery, another target and catch. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot. That a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Stroud looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Stroud will look to throw once more. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now for the point after.
Harrison Beavis for the extra point.
Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That looked like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Byron Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And it's 4th down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have. The things will be lacking, my bro, so what are we lacking? I can point it down, so much that's around. Better settle down, no one doing that. Though they send the hound back.
Ready. 180.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw is Stafford. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Stafford. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Stafford. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 34. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here is 3rd down and 4.
40 got. 40 got.
Back to throw. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
And DM sorry, don't disrespect me. I will pop your thing like this, cause you ain't winning this PI. We're joining the East Side boys with me, and we all like to see Tigo.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Stroud to throw it. That one complete. It's tanked down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
An inside give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the 1st half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, here's Dell. Now the Texans are throwing the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Throwing now is Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And the Texans 1st down.
Here's Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. In motion left is Higgins. Again, it's Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stroud off the play fake. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now a former kicker in nearby UCLA, Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point and drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Stafford now to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Why Tony?
Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I said we thought he had an open book beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. As Stroud now to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Intended for Jacob.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine. But against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That good for 19 and a first down. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs? Right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark, and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
All right. 18.
On the jet sweep, this is Dell. Cameron Curl up to make the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, 41 yards.
And the Texans have taken the lead here this third quarter.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Pushes past him.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to be snapped out quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here we go. Let the hot, let the hot. Hey, Key, what's up? 11.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to widen their advantage. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score's going to stay right where it is. There to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. Here's Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19.
That's good.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want it.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams taking it in from 2 yards out.
again here in the fourth.
They'll going for two. They'll kick the point after. The point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
19, Rams 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive here really put them in position A. 78 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards a carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
2 yards to go, second down.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. Looking for a Prince, can't find one. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
On the quick, right?
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face.
Some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but it works some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
How's the snap? Hot. 18. What's up?
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
He's taking carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
18. What's up?
On the jet sweep, this is Dell. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This is 1st and 10.
Stafford now to throw.
Pass complete there in the clear. Here comes second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30.
Now Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now, has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
At the 19-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now the toss to Jones, running right. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They'll try and run forward, Marks.
Well, he's not going to get there. That wasn't going to be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A 30-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you.